Um, Hello everyone. Today we are going to the matches of the Group C, BMW Cup. We have uh, CHALO, J 2020, WillZete, and MrAsura, also known as NFSTR Vini.
WillZete, let
Mika,
us know when.
can you kick TTS
Uh, Today we are going to have the participation of Reis and Mika as the commentators, as well as Anne. Hello.
Hello.
Greetings.
So, to start off, we'll have our new commentator Mika to introduce us into today's group and today's competition.
That's right. So, in order to refresh some of our memories, in Group C, we're gonna have CHALO, known as Silver, CG 2020, MrAsura, or known as Vinny, and then WillZete. How are we feeling with this match for tonight?
Yeah, very interesting.
I'm really interested to see the competition today because, like yesterday, we're gonna see a really strong competition for the four of these players.
So, everyone knows Silver. Um, for those who do not know who Silver is probably the best soapbox racing world driver of all time. And it's undisputed because she has been playing this game at the highest level for around 5 to 6 years at this point. Everyone knows how fast she is, but that all goes out of the window when it comes to multiplayer races, right? Anyone can make a mistake. Anyone can anyone can have issues in the racing lines, etc. So it all comes down to how they are able to deal with that, right?
It all also comes down to the consistency between the racers, who is going to make the least mistakes.
Yeah. Yep.
Time
We saw that
attacking
yesterday.
is one thing, but
Yeah.
also racing pace, it's a different book.
But that doesn't mean you can underestimate Silver's racing pace because we have seen it in several World Evolved competitions, right? Where
Yeah.
it's only her and Fioro just flying off into the distance. So she definitely has race pace. I don't know how now the thing will be how much have they practiced for this competition, right? I think that's the main thing that we'll all be looking into. How much have they practiced these tracks and how well can they push out their pace at the moment?
I mean, I've seen that Asura was practicing for a bit, especially
Yeah.
like an hour or two before the stream started.
Yep. Yep.
Who else? Will. I did not keep the track of this driver. Silver. Likely to be prepared. Who knows?
Yep.
And CJ. I lost the track for CJ, unfortunately. Maybe someone else can say something more about CJ.
I can say something about WillZete and CG. CG I've seen sometimes on the game, not too much lately, but might provide some good racing since he's a consistent driver, especially in the previous versions of NHP and Tribo. So maybe a consistent driver to look. And WillZete has been doing a lot of practice and playing the game a lot lately in the voice chat here. So he is likely prepared with the car as well.
Yep.
So what's the status of the drivers right now? Is everyone logged in?
Currently, CJ is relogging, so is CHALO, and MrAsura just logged in, and we're going to start the group. And WillZete is missing for now. He went to restart as well.
Okay. Okay, we have all 4 drivers in VC, by the way. This will be fun.
So while they are logging in, I think we could already start with the track rundown.
Okay, so what's the first track?
It's Fort and Vine. It's a B class track, a sprint.
Oh my
technical
lord.
Sprint.
We are starting off with fourth and fine.
$1
Okay.
million drive from Carbon. This is gonna
Okay. Mika, take it away.
take it away. Hell. Let's see. Can you get us through on the track down? Let's see.
You're looking at my screen
Okay.
right now, right?
Yeah, I can look. I can see your screen. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a Fortuna district. Let's see how we're gonna start. Come on, load it up.
Greatest
Okay.
starting point in the game, by the way.
Okay, I can see players likely are gonna take the shortcut,
Yeah.
but beware of the trees. They're going to insanely slow down your momentum. So maintaining your momentum on that shortcut was the key. 90 degrees
left turn.
left twice.
The first left turn, very deceptive.
A bit blind as well.
Yeah.
And then the shortcut to the right, a bit more uphill. It can get bumpy.
Yep.
And then slide left into the jump. Onto the right into the tunnel. It should not be difficult to miss. Bumpy slide left. And then U-turn to the right. Probably one of the most nicest corners of the track. And then uphill.
RNG.
Yeah, going under the Pusu breaker is not advisable. Taking smooth downhill is going to be the key. And then to the shortcut once again. With the Beamer, I have no idea if the wall ride or the standard brake is going to be faster. And then another U-turn. Left-hander, and then U-turn to the right. Another jump. And then 90 degrees right to the small left. And then last stretch. Some players will take the shortcut, some will take the other. And then between the barrier to the Pusu breaker to the finish line. This distance-wise, it should not be hard. But consistency-wise, the jumps, the deceptive corners, that's where they can determine the results of the race.
There's also the trees at the end that can lose momentum as well.
Yeah, the trees on the shortcut, I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Enhas. Classic move, just like with the first shortcut, if you hit any of them, you are
It'll be
doomed to slow
interesting.
down big time.
Be interesting to see if anyone takes the last two shortcuts, if they're gonna take the first one as well. Very interesting to see that.
Currently now just waiting for a CJ.
No problem. So this is essentially just $1 million drive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. This also gives time for the players to practice before we start, which is good. It's always good.
Yeah.
Probably
How much time they have until the race begins?
like when CJ joins, I think the race will start.
Yep.
Is John Rice's POV laggy for anyone? Is it just me?
No, that's just you, bro.
Okay.
I mean, it's lagging less than yesterday, but
Yeah.
the lag is still there, but not to the extreme level.
The YouTube link should not have any lag there, right? Like,
It
there's no
does.
delay. There's a
It's
delay?
not. There's a
It
very
dep-
small peak of lag. I mean, yeah, maybe
Maybe 1 or 2 seconds, bruh.
Okay. That's fine.
Is
I'll
the
stick
lag
to the
spikes?
ward.
Is the lag spikes still happening?
No. I think it's just, bro. It's just race tripping, bro.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's just
no, I
my
mean,
Indian internet. It's just my
it's
Indian
not.
internet, guys.
No, it's not just rising. For my POV, sometimes it just tends to lag every 10 seconds. But the lag is smaller compared to yesterday's.
Yeah, and I think I can commentate based on this, so it's fine. I think. Bitrate is 600 and 600 kb per second, no wonder. It's just my internet, man. Okay.
Okay, I mean, that should be sufficient to spectate then.
Yep.
Let's see what's cracking.
Yes. Alright, I think we are ready to go, aren't we? No, CJ is not joined. CJ has joined. Okay, we are ready to go.
WillZete missing. Okay, he's ready.
Alright.
Alright, let's get into it.
So, for everyone's notice, all the players have the same car with the same performance. So, it'll all be down to skill and how well they will manage to, show how well they know the track and how much they have practiced and whatnot. Silver saying that she has not practiced and does not know how the tracks. Do not trust her. I have known her for 2-3 years. She always says this, guys.
Touch comments can be deceptive as well.
Yes, Silver has.
Okay,
tactics.
we Will in his rise the freaking out of the beamer, and then there was Asura in his grip runners livery.
Asura
Proudly
representing grip
his group.
runners.
Yeah.
Here we go. And take it away.
Alright, we have a good start from, I think that is CHALO, Silver.
Oh.
Silver
Silver did not take the wall, right?
Silver did not take the world, right?
Silver did not take the wall right. Has a huge, somewhat lead on CJ and Azura. WillZete struggling back there. We're gonna see here who takes the cut better. Vinny takes it better than CJ. It looks like Silver still has a comfortable lead, but Vinny is catching up to Silver.
So looks like Silver did not take the first wall ride, which has helped her take this bit of a lead. But as we see, Asura goes a bit wide. CJ is catching up to him, but CJ goes a bit wide in the next corner. But CJ breaks wait for enough. He is on the inside line. And right now it's a competition between Vinny and CJ to see if they can catch up to Silver. CJ going through the Percy breaker. It nets him better speed. It gets him to his speed. He has practiced this track for sure because look at him going in second. He's catching up to Silver now. Do they all take the wall ride? They all do take the wall ride. Vinny with a better wall ride than CJ, which allows her to have more speed, better line into this corner as well. But CJ is managed to keep up the speed so far. Silver is a bit ahead of all of them. But it's now between CJ and Vinny. Who can take second place? That is the question. It is so close between these two drivers. They're giving it their all. As Vinny takes a better inside line, but CJ keeps more speed on the outside. Final corner looks like they may manage to keep it. CJ goes on the inside. CJ takes a shortcut. Will he mess it up? He does not. So
He does
that
not.
should be
He
wrapped.
made it.
Yep. So that is Silver, CJ, Asura, and WillZete. This. Okay, so first of all, I would like to call out Silver. I know you practiced, okay? There is no way you did not try without practice.
There can be also the track knowledge from across different servers and stuff like this as well.
That is true. That is true.
So yeah.
The results are Silver, CJ, Vinny, and WillZete. WillZete did a horrible mistake at the start. Good racing between Vinny and CJ throughout the whole race, which were close. Little mistakes there. Silver pretty much no mistakes and did a really good start that got her the advantage.
Yep. And she kept that advantage till the end. John, can you show us the chat, the group chat, if you don't mind? Has anyone said anything?
Nope.
Okay. Alright. Good. Third cut reunited, by the way. I understand you, Will. With you. But yeah, so that's the first race. I think this battle between Vinny and CJ will be very interesting to note, I think, into the next few races, because these are two drivers who are very capable and have the ability to beat each other on their own time, right? So let's see how that goes. It'll be very interesting.
And they still have 6 more races to show their true colors. I mean, all of them still get the chance to do something rather unexpected, unforeseen by anyone from here.
Yep. Okay, so what's the next track, John?
The next track is... Okay, the next track is Diamond Hills, also B class. It's a technical
Diamond
track.
Hills.
Yeah, technical track in Silverton. I think it's Savannah Street with reversed.
Who selected these tracks? Did you select these tracks?
Yes, I did.
Shame on you.
I have no words. I have no words. Okay, just announce that to the group before we go on a test run.
None of the drivers took the screenshot, did they?
Apparently not, but I'm noting down the.
I mean, you
anyway.
can just use the WAD. You can just use the WAD for screenshot, no?
From the VOD, I cannot rewind back, but...
But
I'll
I got
do it.
results if you want. No,
I
but
can-
like the
No,
like,
I cannot post the screenshots.
I am noting down the points already on the
Okay.
chat.
Okay. Yeah, so can you just take us through Diamond Hills?
Yes.
I can comment it if it's a Savannah Street. Oh no, Mika, go for it.
Wait, John didn't say the second race, did he?
No, it's Savannah Street, I think.
Savannah
It's
Street.
basically
It's
Savannah Street.
it's
Yeah,
Diamond Hills. It's Savannah Street reversed.
reversed.
So basically... on the technical side in Silverton, okay. It's gonna be a bit bumpier than on this track. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's gonna be a bit of a roller coaster.
Yep, for sure. No denying that. This has way more RNG elements, which could, lead to a couple of upsets if races are not
More-
careful.
I believe the same amount of obstacles you have to deal compared to Fort and Vine. But there's the bus stop. Some players will take it from the left, and then the shortcut.
The shortcut, very tricky.
The
Do you
S
wall
corner,
raid?
the shortcut.
Do you hit? Do you break enough to take it cleanly? Questions.
Safe to say that the most difficult corner on the track. That tight shortcut from soft right to hard left. U-turn to the right. More left to the right. And then hairpin to the left. Then lap second and then to the downhill.
Same thing.
Rise
this
and
is a
repeat.
pretty standard track in my opinion. There's not it can't there's can be a little mistakes, like for example on the bus stop and mainly the cut. The cut is gonna give some advantages for the players itself, especially if you do it either really good or really bad. It depends how you do it. But most of the track is pretty basic in my opinion.
I mean, basic, but you cannot just, overlook the objects. And
Yeah,
they are
you still have
located
to
on the
avoid
map,
the objects.
which the beamer can suffer if you hit one of them, and then just
Because
you
of
lose,
momentum. Yeah.
you lose the time compared to the others.
Okay.
However, to the second race, we're about to start. All of the drivers are in the lobby. That's nice. Is everyone else readied up?
Yep, just CJ. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're ready to go. And take away the start.
Alright. Okay, let me just not confused like last time. Here we go. Good start from WillZete. Good start from CJ. A bit behind with Vinny there. CJ fighting with Silver. And Silver takes the better line. Has a good corner. Better corner by Vinny and CJ. CJ is currently leading. Silver, it's really close fight between CJ, Vinny, and Silver. No hits, no prop hits by all of these three players. Really close fighting between CJ and Silver. Vinny tries to come back. Mild mistake by CJ. No props hit, in my opinion, that were done here. Watch out for the cut, watch out for the cut. And the cut has been completed really bad from Vinny, but it's pretty fine by CJ and Silver. Better cut by CJ and Silver though. There's not much fighting for now, but it looks like some progress has to be made by Vinny to come back on CJ.
Yep. So the start, as we saw that, not that great from Silver. She did not jump out the blocks like she did for the previous race, but it looks like she has managed to maintain a gap to CJ. Vinny definitely has his work cut out. He was falling behind in the starting, and then he managed to catch up, and then he made a small mistake again in the shortcut, which means that he now has a lot of work to do to catch up to CJ. WillZete has fallen behind due to a couple of mistakes here and there, but Silver out in the front looks like she is nigh unbeatable. Now the battle between CJ and Vinny will continue. Will CJ make a mistake which might allow Vinny to come back? It's very likely, considering the shortcut is coming up, which Vinny could take better this time around. Maybe he could take a risk or two. Let's see how it goes. No, looks like CJ has taken it very well, so I don't think Vinny has a chance here. Maybe he'll have to look into the next few sections. He looks like he took it very well. He's catching up to Silver right now. As we go into the final turns, this is very important. Can anyone will anyone CJ messes up. CJ messes up, I think. CJ messes up. Does that give on Vinny an opportunity? Or was it just lag? I don't think he messed up because he looks like he's on pace. Yep, it's just lag. He did not make a mistake. As we finish with Silver, CJ, Vinny, and WillZete. No changes from the previous order. Well, not much to say in this race. It was pretty much standard. After the first lap, I think when Vinny made that mistake in the shortcut, I think it was pretty much over, right, Mika? What do you think?
Also, CJ had the potential to catch up to Silver. Like, I could see the gap getting smaller and smaller each second, but at the moment he messed up with the soft left and right, the section with the shortcut to the right, the bumpy road, then yeah, he was doomed to stay in the second place. But good shit from CJ as well.
I think the main mistake by Vinny, which he couldn't fight CJ for, was mainly the cut at the lap 1, where he lost quite a bit of time and momentum. Then he did another mistake, which was really unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah, do we know the third track?
the third track is Fateful Night, an open class track. We are
Okay, this is my track.
Your track. Guide us through
My-
race. Now it's your turn.
Sure, alright, okay, let's go. So this would be around a 2-minute 30-ish track for B class. There was an A class TA with this track, where the soaps, which is where the soaps nerf thing got started. Finally, fuck the soaps. But yeah, just take us to the track, please. So, we start off in the best place in the game to start off, IA Kempton. So, we start off here. So, I don't know if the players will take the inside line without a wall ride, because usually you just wall ride this part like how John is doing. But there is a way to not wall ride it if you know your lines. I think some players might do that. Here, it's very important that you have the perfect line so that you don't lose enough time. Hit the apex, make sure you don't go too wide because there's a Percy breaker and a bus stop on the right side, which you really don't want to hit to lose speed. As you go into the straight, very tricky corner here. Make sure you don't hit the trees too hard. The one tree is fine, but if you hit two trees, that's a dead run. Come 10 corners, everyone knows how to deal with these. Make sure you break earlier than you're supposed to, because if you don't, you're gonna hit the wall. Here, you take the walls quite smoothly, quite slowly. Keep going. Make sure you don't take the shortcut because you're not going right, you're going straight. As you go straight, make sure you don't mess up this upcoming jump. Very important. I think this might, maybe cause a couple of players to take it a bit cautiously, because this jump very important. So you do this jump. Make sure you don't hit any of the signs as you land. Make sure you don't hit these trees because you maintain the inside line. This is a very important corner again. Shotgun. Make sure you get this right turn right, because if you don't, you're hitting the wall and you're going into a very long straight, and so it's very important that you get that corner right, because if you don't, you're not losing just the half second from the wall collision. You're also probably losing 1 second as the straight goes longer and longer. So as we go into the straight, we see the central course, essentially the central course where we go into this part. You take the right turn, make sure you go inside, make sure you hit the apex here, make sure you have very good exit because you're going into another long turn. Make sure you have enough speed, because as you go into this turn, the more speed you have, the better it is for you. So you can either go on the inside here or you can go on the outside. Considering the I-92, I-135 is understeery, I think most players would choose to go on the outside. Here you go as the route suggests. There is no changes to be made here, to be honest. This turn, make sure you nail the outside into the apex into the inside. If you go wide like how John did, that might cost you at least 2 or 3 times here. Make sure you hit the apex here. You really don't have to brake, you just have to let go of the gas, to be honest. Keep going straight. Make sure this corner is very interesting because you're supposed to go on the outside. Make sure you hit the apex and go on the inside. If you don't take it, if you don't brake hard enough for it, you might hit the wall, which might lose you a lot of time. So it'll be very interesting to see how drivers will deal with this.
At least I can see maybe 2 or 3 game-changing sections where the drivers have to stay alerted at, and then basically the rest of the sections, they're pretty much good to go. Should we ask for speedbox stuff?
Not really.
It's
I
been
think it's a bit early
30
for
minutes.
They are not in for 30 minutes.
All of the drivers seem to be ready. Okay, the third race, Fateful Night.
I know Vinny has good pace on Fateful Night, so I'm hoping that he'll be able to turn things around here and not get a third place this time around. But I know CJ also has good line, so Silver finally admits that she doesn't know this track, and I kind of believe her because I don't think I've ever seen her play this track. So hopefully we'll see a couple of mistakes from her for once. Looks like I'm hating on a doubtfall. And take it away.
Alright, good start from WillZete, good start from, well, pretty much the same players. WillZete taking the inside, that is not what you should be doing. You should probably wall ride it, which loses him a lot of speed. Silver in front, and a good fighting by Vinny and CJ right behind Silver. Vinny is catching up on Silver slightly. I think there was a mistake by CJ. Vinny trying to take a risk and he passes. Big mistake by Silver that may have lost him time, but he tries to make it disappear. It's still good fighting between Vinny and Silver. It looks really close with that mistake, but Silver is still in front. I don't know what the status is right behind, but there's probably good fighting between CJ and WillZete. really good corner by the two players. Vinny is making a lot of time.
Vinny.
He's taking a lot of risk. Vinny
Okay, so
passed Silver.
Vinny passes Silver. CJ passes Silver. Vinny
Good execution,
Silver makes
Vinny.
a mistake. Vinny and CJ are ahead of Silver. WillZete is fighting with Silver right now. WillZete is ahead of Silver. This is insane stuff. I can't believe what I'm watching. Vinny
What a
ahead of
plot
CJ. What? This is absolute cinema, guys. Can you please turn on the camera? Because I really like a better POV of this. But it's fine. CJ with a better line, CJ with a better line, but Vinny has better speed. Silver, she gets third place back from WillZete. Can she catch up to CJ and MrAsura? Can she lock in? Vinny goes on the outside, CJ goes on the inside. This might determine the race, guys. Which has a better line? CJ, it's the inside line. Does he have more speed though?
Vinny's faster.
Vinny has more speed. Marginally more speed, and that allows him to keep his first place. And now if he can, now we'll see the last two corners is very important. Vinny, he makes very good turn. He makes sure he doesn't take any big risks. Now for this corner, does he hit the wall? CJ just misses the wall. That's very good from both drivers. Now the final corner. Will Vinny be able to convert his lead? Will he able to win? Will he hit the wall? He doesn't. CJ hits the wall, but it doesn't matter. What a race!
That was insane. That was insane.
Cinema. Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema. Well, to be honest, there was really good fighting throughout the whole race, which is pretty impressive itself. Really bad mistakes from Silver, right? I think the biggest mistake I've saw from Silver was the
shortcut.
sort of cut, the shortcut, which
Yep.
she completely failed. And that allowed CJ and Vinny to have better momentum. But Vinny took home the victory, and with better lines than CJ hasn't done really much mistakes. CJ did some mistakes, but it was not really apparent. And yeah, so it's gonna be Vinny, CJ, Silver, and WillZete.
Absolute cinema, because I really didn't think that Silver would make a mistake. But I guess she was not lying this time when she said she has never practiced this track. Because I don't think she knew a couple of these corners going into it. I think she was looking at the mini map a bit, and she was, just trying to figure out the track as she went by. But yeah, Vinny absolutely cooked. Zero mistakes, I think. She chose the outside line despite CJ going in the inside, which might have caused him a bit of doubt, but I'm very impressed with how he has managed to hold on to his lead.
Okay, so
Alright, John. What's the fourth track?
it's Kings Parkway. It's a A-class track.
So we're going a bit technical in the downtown section. Okay.
Silver says that she hit an invisible prop. Good game, thanks Black Box. OP.
OP.
OP, what do you even say? OP.
So what was it?
Legit invisible.
I don't know if it's Silver clipped it or not. I have no idea. Invisible one. Hastings.
Silver,
type of
do you
one.
want to link it? Do you want to link it in the chat? I mean, if I think maybe after would be better, yeah. Okay, so we are switching to A-class gentlemen and ladies, so make sure that we have A-class cars. As the wooden driver takes us through the fourth track, Kings Park. Mika, I think this is your track, considering a Shelby history with this, so why don't you take it away?
It's been a long time, but let's see. Alright, the first jump. Quite sophisticated to deal with, but what else is ahead is going to be a bit more surprising. Okay, so the first shortcut we would rather... Yeah, I think we're gonna take it. Then second shortcut, so we get a better angle for the upcoming right-hander. And then inside to the old quarter section. It's gonna be all about corner execution here. who maintains better lines and speed, going outside the bus stop, which can help maintain more speed, and then down the expressway to the big tire pursuit breaker to the left on the intersection, one of the blind corners to the jump, and then another jump if players go to the shortcut in the alley, to the U-turn on the left, probably more to the inside, more aggressively to the apex, and then to the right, nearby the pursuit breaker. Best not to take it hard inside, just more from the left, and then take the jump. Probably better gonna be on the left, but correct me wrong if I'm wrong. To the shortcut once again. Watch out for the props, they can slow you down. U-turn on the left. Another jump ahead. To the left shortcut. Going straight to the second shortcut. Best to take the wall ride from the right side. And then below the bus stop. Into the middle, just like John executed. And then to the left. To the temple or whatever this is. Seems like a temple, but I have no idea. Then U-turn to the right. To the finish line. Yeah. Technical.
Okay.
Coordinated execution is the key.
This is gonna be an interesting one. Because I think one mistake will make a huge difference. Tech
Also,
tracks
you-
are always gonna be like that.
You have like how many jumps? 1, 2, wait. There's the third into the alley, then there's fourth after the shortcut near the Campbell Tunnel start grid, and then there's fifth near the Garden Boulevard. Yeah, you have practically 5 jumps.
Yep. That 5 jumps RNG for the win. Black box memento.
Okay, let's see.
In will have his hands full with his start because I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna make mistakes in the Palman section.
Okay, we're missing Silver.
Silver. Silver
Oh.
has left because Silver
Game
is protesting.
crashed. So yes, I
Okay,
guess
I think this is a
I
good.
think
this
yeah,
is the time
we
to
should
restart. the game.
restart. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
John, just let everyone know that they need to restart in the chat.
Yep.
I'm still hesitant if it's better to take the outer line or the go through the shortcut near the main street, like the right-handed jump.
That is actually an interesting question because I think in the end there is little to no difference. You can I think also depends on the car, right? If you're taking a car like Shelby Cobra, you always take the jump because you're anyway gonna make it up with the acceleration. But if it's a more balanced car, which will maintain speed even if you go on the outside or the jump, the question is to be thought of which is better, right? So I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so thoughts on the match so far? Yeah, good question, Mika. And what are your thoughts on the match so far?
So the match has been pretty close, pretty similar to yesterday. It's really close driving. There's always that one driver who takes the lead quite easily and then pulls off from the bunch. But good driving nonetheless from all of these players that are keeping it close competition.
Mika?
Well, the first 2 races, they seemed. I mean, at first it seemed like Silver was. She was cooking in the first 2 races. However, in the third race, the Fateful Night, things have changed. And
Yep.
I'm still hoping that it's going to be more balanced between the drivers. Because this shit is what we were waiting for.
Yes, absolute cinema is exactly what we're waiting for. But yeah, I don't know. I really think The first two races, Vini made a couple of mistakes here and there, which really was not what I expected from him. And those couple of mistakes did cost him. Forget first place; it cost him second place, right? So I think as long as CJ, Silver, Vinny, as long as none of them make mistakes, Kings Park should be good, and the further races should be good. But I want to see them make mistakes because that's when it gets exciting, right? When they start making mistakes, and when we get excited, like, oh my god, look at that, no way.
Either the mistakes or the dogfights between the two, at least two players, when there are like at least a quarter of a second of a gap between each other.
Yep. Just like you and Rand yesterday. That's the stuff we want to see, right? So let's see. Hopefully that will be
I suppose
the.
so, yeah.
Yep.
Also, this track, the Kings Parkway, right, is, I believe, present on all servers in the game, because it's one of
Yep.
the vanilla tracks.
Yep.
So each one of the players should be already familiar with the track.
Being familiar with the track and being able to execute the track's difficult lines are two completely different things, though. So I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, D-Class? Yeah, D-Class. At least on my main server. Okay, where is WillZete?
Will said it takes 5 minutes to start his game, so we're gonna be
Yes.
here for a while, bro.
No problem. Mika, how is Dogo? How is Chico?
How is Chico? Crazy. Imagine
Crazy.
I give him a bit of a cheddar and Gouda cheese, and
Okay.
he was zooming around the house. To the point where he became as the freaking Sonic the Hedgehog for a moment. Unable to catch him up at all. That's how hyped he was for tonight.
Man. Cheddar is the new caffeine.
That's right.
Wait, so I know dogs are not supposed to be given chocolate. Does that apply to
At
coffee
all.
as well?
Which other thing? Come again?
No, does that apply to coffee as well?
Coffee? Nah.
Yeah.
You don't want to give him like at all. No.
Okay. got it.
But there's cheese stuff and
Yeah.
other stuff similar to that, probably in the smaller doses.
Got
So
it,
yeah, it's
got
it's
it.
practically Dogo's snack
Okay.
because he
Yeah, I'm sure.
genuinely loves it.
Okay, so the race is starting. We will talk about Dogo's diet in a minute.
A sure thing. Also, for my
alright.
justification, I just fed him chicken, and he loves chicken as well. So yeah, when it comes to his diet, he is being taken care of.
Good.
Okay, back to the race. All
Alright.
the drivers are ready.
Okay. When John clicks ready, and it's up to you to take it away.
Right.
Let's see how the first jump treats them.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Vinny starts from the back of the line, but good start from Silver. Really bad bumps from WillZete. That is not what he's doing. Silver with a pretty good line here, followed by Vinny, followed by CJ as well. Good fighting, good lines from all of these three drivers currently. WillZete not that far, but he can probably catch up if he can. Now there is probably a gap creating from Vinny to Silver. So now Vinny has maybe lost a bit of speed, which allows CJ to catch up to Vinny.
But CJ makes a mistake. CJ makes a
He
mistake.
made a mistake.
Vinny and they all take the shortcut. They don't bother going left. They're taking the shortcut. Now this will be very interesting. Will this actually pay off? Because the shortcut can lead to consequences. But all of them have taken the shortcut. Will has caught up to CJ. Will goes so wide, but he somehow manages to keep speed, and he's ahead of CJ. Winnie is another order is silver. Winnie, Will, and CJ. Will CJ goes for the jump? Will it pay off? It
Did it pay
does.
off?
Okay.
Did
Will,
pay
will it
off.
for
It
his gold?
does.
How far is he
Wait,
behind?
look how close
He is
Winnie
a
is
bit
to
behind.
silver. Look how close Winnie is to silver. It's not that far away. Winnie could catch up to silver if she makes a mistake. Very close between
Relatively
the two of them.
We're going into the cut now. Good wall
They
right
both wall,
from
right? Okay.
uh,
Silver doesn't make a mistake. She goes through it perfectly. Percy Bakers all avoid it. Inside lines hit. Apex is hit. Now it's all up to the last three corners. Will any of them make a mistake here? First corner, nothing. Second corner, nothing. Looks like they all have it under control. Silver takes its turn. Vinny not taking any huge risks, just going with the normal inside line as it ends with Silver, Vinny, CJ, and Will. What a race.
Impressive racing. Honestly, it's pretty close fighting until CJ made that mistake right before the cut on the 90-degree corner, which was really unfortunate because he lost a lot of momentum to Vinny. Vinny, a really close fight with Silver, but Silver takes first place. Vinny takes second place, CJ third, and WillZete fourth.
Well, either way, looks like I really liked Vinny's Vinny's pace was really good in this track, right? I think instead of trying to fight with CJ, I think he was looking to aim to take Silver's place, which was very good. I think that's the mentality you need if you wanna at least get good results. You need to be looking at the person forward instead of the person you're fighting with, right? So that's good. Very good stuff from Vinny.
Okay, John, what's the race number 5?
Okay,
Ooh,
before we
I'm
go into the
unfamiliar.
track, do you want to give us a rundown on the points for now? Okay, wait. You're telling me that CJ and Vinny are tied for points? Okay, this is the cinema that we wished for.
Oh, okay. Is the Kenton Dogs but reversed? Maybe Erhas, it could be your time to get us through on the track.
I know this track, and doesn't.
Or maybe Raise, yeah.
I don't play
Okay.
higher classes, bro.
Okay, you stuck up person. Alright, Kempton Industrial is a very simple track. Alright. So, it just there was an S2 TA for your information on this track, but it was not on this rotation, it was on the previous rotation. So here, you obviously go on the outside, maintain speed, make sure you hit the barrier, make sure you don't hit the outside of the barriers, make sure you hit the inside line so that you are not gonna hit the outside of that side. Make sure you don't hit the signs here because you have to go to the right of the signs to make sure you have good lines. Usually you would wall right there with the BMW. I'm be very interested to see if a player chooses to break there. Very brave decision if they choose to do so. Now it's just the straight for a while until we reach a very, very tricky shortcut that I'm pretty sure everyone in the world hates, which is taking this shortcut into a left-hander. Now, this is very interesting because what you would usually do is try to hit the prop, but let's see. Then you go into this double street kind of tape where you go into the right-hander, then you go in this very gentle, curvy left-hander into a straight and this is just going back to Kempton crossover reverse in Spark server. So you just take this one and then take this one. This is just, it feels like Kempton docks reversed a bit. So you just keep going straight here. as long as you don't make any big mistakes in this area, you should be fine. Um, make sure you hit any of the big dumpsters. You just keep going straight, and that's the first lap. And this is just a repeat of this lap again. So you just go on the outside, make sure you don't hit anything, stuff like that. Make sure you don't go too wide here. Make sure you maintain that racing line, and yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. I think the main things that you want to look at is the shortcut exit. And another thing that you want to look at is definitely how well they can take this wall ride and have a good exit, because you're going into a very long straight. So a lot of things to keep in mind. Let's see how it works.
Yeah, basically, like, it's pretty much like a flat track with very little to zero elevations. So it can all come down to how you do the track, how you execute it.
Yep.
Okay, all drivers are ready.
So back into A class. Bill is missing. Bill is here. Very good. So this is race 4, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, I think this is race 4.
It's actually race 5.
Oh
Okay, this
shit,
is
my
race
bad.
5. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Race 5. So N, ready to take it away?
Alright. Here we go. Bad start from Silver.
Ooh.
I think they had the CNOS bug. I am pretty sure that is CNOS bug. A good start from CJ. A good start from Vinny as well, fighting with WillZete. So it's gonna be a monumental comeback if Silver wants to get a good amount of points. Wall ride by Vinny, but I don't think that was beneficial. CJ is still in front. There
Look
is
at
going
that.
to be.
Look at Vinny. Look at Silver catching up to all of them. It's absolutely menacing, right? Seeing someone so fast just catch up to you like that. As they
We're
go
coming
into
up
the
into the
shortcut
cut.
area. Yep. I think it looks like they're done pretty well here. Oh. Okay. So
Really close fighting between CJ and Vinny. I think Silver is right behind because he is catching up right now. We do not have you, but I am pretty sure with the percentage they are really close to the pack. WillZete made a mistake, I'm pretty sure, on the cut. Vinny overtakes CJ, and we're gonna see. Yeah,
Oh,
here
Lord.
comes Silver. Here comes
Oh
Silver.
Lord.
Um,
Wow. Alright. So we're going to lap 2. Silver has caught up so hard, and I'm pretty sure they'll have to. Both of these drivers will have to have more pace if they want to make sure that Silver doesn't take their pace. But so very good starts for him so far. Not a lot of mistakes, but just one or two of here and there. So Vinny again chooses to wall ride, but CJ and Silver do not. It does give him a better exit speed, which allows him to pull away in the straight. But I don't think CJ has taken the section as well as Silver, because Silver is taking the lead. Silver chooses to stick to the left, which should be faster, and Silver does have a margin lead over CJ. Now it depends on how these two take the shortcut. They both hit the wall, but they're so close. It's not that far apart, but Silver has the lead. Silver takes better lines. CJ hits the wall, and that should be Silver in second place. Now, can Silver catch up to CJ? That is a question at heart. As Vinny runs for his life, CJ behind Silver. Vinny has to make sure that Silver does not take it. Silver with a perfect line so far. Silver barely manages to avoid the walls. As Vinny goes very well. Silver hits the wall a bit. Does that allow CJ to come back?
I don't think that's enough, man. I don't think that's enough. This is the finish line.
Oh my lord! Silver manages to recover. Silver manages to catch up to second place.
That is an impressive comeback. That is an impressive comeback.
Silver, was that hiccup? I
Most of the
assume
level
that
cap proves
That
me
was
right.
that was Sinos bug. That was Sinos bug.
has to be
Ah.
right. Okay. OP. OP game, bro. Thank you so much, Black Fox. We love you. But yes, that is a very cool race. Again, I am very impressed with Vinny's composure to keep that lead, because if I was him, I would be shitting my pants seeing Silver catch up like that.
Okay, points wise, how are we standing right now?
Pretty sure Vinny has taken the lead on CJ.
We have CHALO with 12 points, MrAsura with 10, CJ with 8 points, and WillZete with 0.
Okay. So Vinny slowly catches up. Scammed. What do you mean scammed?
I mean, I'll be honest. For a really bad start,
Oh man.
that is impressive. That is impressive. I'll just say.
You know what? If I had a start like that, I would be tilting so hard, bro. I would be like, what the fuck? Fuck this shit.
This
Why am I playing
happened
this?
to me in the previous New Horizon tournament with the Skyline in C class.
It
I was
just
so
shows you
infuriated.
You don't have control on that as well. It's just random. It's just a bug that just happens once.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
super annoying.
Just to point this out, it's not over by any means, right? We still have what, 2 more races, and the gap between these three are so close. Anything could happen right now.
Okay, the race number 6 is Showdown District.
Oh my lord. Okay.
I am
Someone
not
else.
familiar with this one.
Okay. And should I?
We're going into Chinatown District. I guess you can go race. I do not know the higher trucks, bro.
Okay. All right. Disclaimer: I do not like this track, but all right. So
Nice disclaimer.
yeah. So we start off at this section. The thing is, you have CNOS and you're going into a jump into a right-hander, which means that you have to brake really hard. John does not brake hard enough. You hope that racers will brake harder than John did. So you go into the left-hander. You go into the well-known and wonderful Mason Street section, bro. Woohoo! Everyone loves this section. Yay! Now, section. Lots of players can make errors everywhere. Take the section, make sure you don't hit the bus stop. Don't avoid it like John did, just go on the inside of it. Make sure you take this section very well. Like, yes. My fingers love it when I have to play with keyboard on this track.
What the fuck?
So as we go into this corner, this is the same thing as Ram Quarter. You go on the inside, you go on the outside, you go on the inside. That's pretty much the lines that you have to take. Then you have to hope there's small RNG in this for a small speed boost. RNG affects this. You have a wall bang into this corner. The wall bang is important, but I wonder how many drivers will actually do it, because if you don't do the wall bang, you're gonna lose at least half a second to someone who does the wall bang perfectly. But the wall bang is risky, especially with the I-35 coupe. Now you go into the shortcut. Make sure you don't hit the flower pots. Loses you a lot of time if you do. Now you have to go into the Mason Street hairpins. So make sure you hit the bus station, which allows you to have enough grip to turn into the next corner. Now you go into this long straight. So you have to make sure you have a good exit in the previous corner. So make sure that you have good speed into the straight. As you finish lap 1 in a very calm fashion. So yeah, that's the track. I don't know. I really don't like this track. Very RNG, very weird. You have to go into the Mason Street section. So
The first sharp corner is already going to be troublesome for the drivers because of 1, the jump, and 2, immediate corner right after the jump.
Yep.
It is going to be a bit unpleasant. Let's see if they are mentally prepared for this.
Let's see. Yeah, as Ray said, this has some RNG parts, but it also has really tricky parts, like, well, you just said it, the jump and the corner, which might kill some of the unaware players. but the level here is high, so it is unlikely that it is going to happen to have unaware drivers here.
Mistakes
Anything could
still
happen.
can happen. Just like in the
Yes.
Fateful Night. Anything can happen.
We will see in a few minutes or seconds.
On the A-class track. And you want to take it away?
Alright. So we're going into Chinatown District. All please ready up.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Oh, there was decent. So Vinny had, well, technically Vinny had a better start, but it was desync. And then we're going into the jump. Bad jump by WillZete. He went a bit too fast, but good jump by Silver, Vinny, and CJ. Really good lines here. We're going into the hairpin sections. Watch out for the corners. Watch out for the corners. Don't hit the bus stop. Turn left, right. Going to the inside. There you go. And Silver manages to overtake Vinny by having better lines. So we don't know where CJ is. Maybe he's catching up to Vinny. Okay, he is still. There's still a gap, but Vinny can still fight off Silver with this upcoming corner. Vinny has a way better line. He has a better line. He's catching up on Silver. Really good stuff by Vinny. Vinny, watch out to not hit the tree. But I think he might hit the tree. So yeah, he did the tree. Do not hit the flower pot. A slight hit by CJ. And then watch out for this corner here.
Vinny goes right.
CJ is making up time on Vinny, and Silver extends his lead.
Now we going to lap 2 with Silver in lead. The fight is clearly between Vinny and CJ. And just to note, this is exactly why Silver's experience is so well warranted, because look how well she managed to overtake them on that tech section. She just had better lines. She just managed to keep better speed throughout, and I think that's what experience gives you, right? But as we go into lap 2, Vinny probably all he's hoping is to keep this lead from CJ, who's slowly catching up. CJ taking slower but better lines. I say that as he goes wide, so now he has to make sure that he compensates for this next turn. It's so close between him and Vinny right now. Silver just racing off in the background here, but it's so close between CJ. CJ takes the lead. Vinny will have to come back in this next corner, or it's all over for him. CJ goes
he
inside.
hit the pump.
Vinny goes into second. Now it's all up to this turn. Will they hit the wall bank? They are not hitting the wall bank. They're gonna break and take it very safely. CJ goes a bit wide, but he has more speed into the exit. Vinny, how will they both take this next corner perfectly? They don't hit the tree. Now it's just up to this final corner. The Mason Saint Bridge corner. Will they manage to pass the flower path without much damage? They do. Not much slowdown from both of them. Now they'll have to hit the inside and to the outside. CJ misses
Bad
up a
line
bit,
from CJ.
and that allows Vinny to take the lead. Now all Vinny needs to do is just take this lead to the finish line. CJ is a bit tilted. You can see that in the way he's turning left and right. I think he knows it's over. As Silver takes the win, followed by Vinny, and followed by CJ, and followed by Will.
Really good fighting by Vinny and CJ, which is really what we were looking for. Since there was slight mistakes by both of the players, but not major mistakes. There was no major mistakes. It's always little mistakes that actually matters when fighting. This is why you have to be consistent, like Silver is showcasing here.
Yep. And don't forget, I think there was a bit of a desync which allowed Vinny to have at least half a second of a jump on them. So I think CJ probably still had a chance if he did push for it, but maybe not.
we will see it with the result on the screenshot by one of these players if someone can provide it.
Okay, what's the final race?
The final race is Palm Challenge, also A class.
Oh my lord, Palmer challenge.
I'm getting PTSD.
Alright, oh my lord. Okay, Palmer challenge. This is the greatest track of all time. Trust me,
Our guy
guys.
too.
Yes, Mika loves this track for sure. Like, it's his
I love
favorite
it with
track.
the passion. But
He has passion, he has aggression, he
yeah,
has.
yeah, in the bracket, not.
Alright, take us to this track.
Okay. Okay, looks like we're gonna start with a small jump right away.
Great.
And then to the medium right into the shortcut with a bit of bumps that can throw you a bit away. And then another jump, third jump within 20 seconds, insane. Past the pursuit breaker to the U-turn to the right, and then another jump just behind the U-turn. You have maybe 5 or 6 jumps within 30 seconds. And then entering to the expressway on the left. Yeah, players will have to decide which line is going to be better, if upper one or the lower one. Approaching the downtown. Smooth, nice, straight line. Into the tunnel. But that's where the stretch ends, and we're going to the pursuit breaker, the big tire to the right. And then right afterwards into the deceptive left-hander, easy to mess up. And then there is a jump. We don't take the shortcut, we go to the left. Below the pursuit breaker, into the tunnel, entering the Campton. We still go straight. A bit of Highway 142 sections. Aggressively to the inside. Wall right to the left. So we approach the industrial area. Into the inside. Probably is going to be faster with the Beamer in B class. Another shortcut to the right. Maybe left could be faster. Players would have to figure out by themselves. Into the hairpin, sharp right. Entering downtown once again. A bit of a short straight to relax. And then easy left. Into the sharp 90 degrees right-hander. With the trees inside the apex. Careful on these. Another stretch. Approaching Silverton. With a difficult tunnel section.
Approaching
With-
Silverton. Famous final words.
Yeah, with slightly higher curbs than in downtown, so it can be more prone to snaps for the cars. Into the left. And then medium right. Be careful for the bus stop. Into the center of the Silverton to the finish line.
So,
I counted maybe like 6 or 7 jumps. A bit of hairpins to make sure that you do them right. And the tunnel section approaching Silverton.
oh, we don't have
these
to
sections.
restart, do we? We don't have to restart, right?
No, you're fine.
So now, as the points stand, Vini will have to. Vini just needs 1 point to
At least 1 point for
Guaranteed.
the honor. Come on, Willie.
Yeah.
Come on.
1 point. If CJ wins and Vini gets 1 point, then it's a tie. And I think there'll be a tiebreaker between the two drivers after that.
Is there going to be a
Very
tiebreaker?
fun. I think so, right, John?
Yep.
So
1v1
between only
duel.
those who have a tie between each other.
Yes.
Okay.
If Silver gets 1 point, Vinny gets 4, or Vinny gets 3 and Silver gets 0, anything could happen. 1 point crash is all it takes. Let's see. As we go into.
I mean, plenty of sections to mess up on.
Yep. And would you like to take over the start?
Alright, let's get into it. Alright. Good start by CJ, good start by Vinny. Pretty equal start by everyone. A bit wider line by Silver. Maybe that will pay off and get better speed. CJ with a big fail. WillZete as well. Silver making up some time on Vinny. WillZete tried to fight Silver, and he hit the prop a bit, so he will lose time. Vinny fighting with Silver. I don't know the status behind, but I think CJ is fighting with WillZete. So there is still a close fight between Vinny and Silver, showing that Vinny is not giving up on first place and tries to guarantee his points for the championship and the group. We're going into the U-turn corner.
Yep. Now we're going into the more technical sections of the track. Silver gets the lead of the race by taking a better line than Vinny, but Vinny fights back. It's gonna be a close one. Better landing goes to Vinny. He goes under the curve, which is obviously going to guarantee a better landing. I think Silver's going to go for the wall driving, while Vinny is going to go for the cleaner line. Silver's line pays off a bit better as Silver takes the lead of the race with a better exit onto that corner. Vinny will have to watch on and will have to take a better line here if he wants to take the lead from her. But Silver goes on the outside, does not have to touch the trees. Now they are wall right. But look at CJ. CJ's catching up. CJ is not that far off from the both of them. And we go to CJ's POV because I want to see how close he is to them. As Silver takes the shortcut, look at it. It's not that far off. CJ really has shown pace in this track. If he can maintain that pace, he could catch up to the both of them. He chooses to wall ride it, chooses to go to the right side of the Percy Baker. This is very weird because I would have assumed all of them to have taken the outside considering what the next corner is, but they have all chosen to go on the inside. Vinny has taken the corner better than Silver, I think, because he seems to be catching up to her bit by bit. CJ did mess up the corner a bit, but that is fine. It'll be all up to how Silver will manage to keep this lead as we go into some very tricky sections. This right-hander corner, easy to underestimate it and to hit the wall, but seems like all three of them have done pretty well with this corner. As Silver extends her lead onto this race, she wants to stamp her authority, make sure that she doesn't leave any prisoners behind. As Silver takes the Silverton section the best way possible, no bumps, no curbs, nothing. Asura hits the curbs a bit, but I think he's managed to maintain the speed without losing much of it. CJ is right behind Vinny, but again, it's Silver so far. Silver, it's ironic because while her name might have Silver, she has taken gold in this race, followed by Vinny, followed by CJ to seal the results of the championship and to decide who is going home in this Group C.
Great racing by all of the drivers. Really good fight between Vinny and Silver at the start until the middle of the race. Really good. He did have some good racing. CJ and WillZete unfortunate mistakes at the start, and unfortunately it really reflected the results. So unfortunate for them.
Yep. Not bad at all, but I am very impressed with all of them. I think WillZete will definitely try to improve more for the next tournament, because unfortunately we'll have to say goodbye to him as Group C sees Silver, Vinny and CJ passing on to the next stage. So yeah, what are your thoughts, Mika? What do you think about the races?
Well, I mean, there were some exciting moments. True. I'm currently in lack of words, so maybe I'll just pass it to Enhas and then I'll gather my words in my head and then I share my thoughts again.
So, so for me, the tournament really we're gonna go throughout each player. For example, I will start by WillZete. Unfortunate, but the group he was in was really strong. Even I could say so. So unfortunate for him, and I guess
The group of death. Yep.
yeah. CJ. CJ had a really good start going with second places and second places until at the middle he started to lack and started to have a bit of a downhill compared to Vinny. Vinny, really good performance overall, has been consistent throughout all of these races and keeps sometimes has fought with CJ and even Silver. Silver, undeniable performance, hasn't done any major mistake except for that one fateful night race. So honestly, really good racing from the foot of the players and really showing a good amount of talent here on NHP.
Mika, what are your thoughts? You have gathered them.
I mean, okay. Silver showed what she was capable of once again. But those who don't know her, I mean, she
Those who
may
know,
have messed up once or twice, but the rest of the races, she pretty much cooked. CJ and Vinny, they had decent fights. I loved to watch them. But still, it is a shame that Will did not get at least one honor point. I was secretly hoping for Will to get at least 1 point. But either way,
I
good races for all of the drivers. And congrats to the rest who advanced further.
So we'll have a winner's interview. So Silver, do you have a mic per chance to take the interview?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah. It's just waiting for Silver. Okay. Get one. Yes. Yeah, please.
Right.
Voice reveal. No, you have a voice reveal. I don't know. Just get the mic. Silver, do it for the stream. Do it for the memes.
Exit. Oh,
Okay.
bruh.
Alright. That's fine. Uh, it's up to them. We can't force them to take interviews if they don't want to. Alright. So yeah. Very good races so far. So Silver, I'll ask you a couple of questions. You can just write down your answers quickly in that case. What was going through your mind when the fateful night gear issue happened in the beginning? What were the words? I would like you to censor the swear words if it is swear words, but what was your thoughts going into that point of time? Yeah, alright. Kimika. Yeah, that's the one question I have. What is going through your mind as that section happens? Because I would be panicking. Looks like you did it. You took it very calmly. I should keep some space. Oh, right. Sorry, not Fateful Night. Kempton Industrial. I'll get to Fateful Night later. But Kempton Industrial, what did you think about the start? You could have corrected me if you had a mic. Okay, just saying. But yeah, very impressed. I think I'll be expecting. Bro, okay, bro is the answer. Got it. And what about that shortcut? Thinking back, do you think those tires were actually there, or did you just forget about it? What happened in that in the Faithful Light crash there? And back on topic, I was thinking that CJ and Vinny would have much more competition, but it felt like a very pendulum sort of thing where it would either be Vinny or it would be CJ, in the lead. So maybe next race we'll get more fights. Maybe I'm being greedy, but again, it was wonderful to see these two put up such a valiant effort to showcase their best performance for sure. So for the stream, I'll read out Silver's answer. No, I know the ties are there. I just don't remember them being that heavy. Maybe car lighter than I expected, or just hit them in a bad way or something. I think you hit him straight, like straight, but which probably lost you so much speed because usually we just hit it on the side of the front bumper or something, right? Which makes us less speed compared to usual. Maybe so something like that. But okay, all right, good to know. So yeah, that should be it for Group C. Silver, Abini and CJ passes on to the next stage. Congrats to all three players and thank you, John. Thank you, N. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for letting me commentate, and I will see you in the next group.
Yep.
Also,
Please check the description for the New Horizon Project's Discord server. Join if you want to see more of these races and if you want to partake in these races as well.
also thank you
And
very
GG.
much, Reese, Mika, and Anne for participating, for helping with the commentate. And also
for
shout out to NFS WFR, which was assisting me all the time with the streams.
Thank you to FR for making the stream so professional and so well done. So yeah, thank you to everyone. Good night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Take care. Oh yeah,
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
before we end the stream, I would like to read out Vinny's answer to this one. So Vinny says, "I think my first round in the cup match went well. I had a bad start, but then I recovered, and even though I felt good that I recovered so quickly, I was up against Superwoman like Silver. Even though I couldn't beat her completely, I'm glad I was able to compete with her. But when I was waiting for this match, I saw CG as my opponent because the two of us couldn't get the upper hand against Silver, and the race against each other would determine our ranking. Like I said, I struggled at first, but then I was able to recover and I was able to come out on top against CJ. I still thank him for his performance. Silver was already very good. I'm really grateful to compete with her. But in this match, it was WillZete. Even though he didn't have any presence, just being in this match will be an experience for him. I wish him success in the next races. The next round will be difficult for me. There'll be riders like Mika, Randhome, and Silver, and I won't have much of a chance against them. But I hope my luck will be with me in that match, and I will be able to see the next rounds. That was from Vinny. So yeah, that I think is a very good conclusion to the stream. So thank you all, and I'll hope to see you all in the next stream as well. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.
Thank you very much.